Another team that is playing this week in the Champions League, and for the first time ever, and to show them that they are in the Champions League, in the real world of the unreal Champions League, they have to go to Madrid to play Real, is Union Berlin. They lost 2-1 at Wolfsburg, their second defeat in a row after their 0-3 at home to Leipzig 2 weeks before. What's your impression? Are they going prepared to Estadio Santiago Bernabeu?
Yeah, I mean, I expect an Urs Fischer team always to be prepared, and especially preparing set pieces before they go there. I think that would be one of the things that Union can maybe surprise Real Madrid with. But of course, not the ideal preparation, losing at Wolfsburg. But I think this is the sort of game where we've seen it before from Bundesliga teams. It's not so much that they cannot handle the physical demands of playing in the Champions League, but you have Real Madrid coming. And then that trip of a lifetime, that first ever Champions League game. And then you have to go to Wolfsburg, It's not far from Berlin, but it's not a sexy town. It's not a sexy opponent. And they weren't quite on it. And my hope is that we'll see a very different Union turn out and give Real Madrid a hell of a time, as they can do.
I slightly disagree with you, because I think they played a very okay game.
Very okay.
Yeah, I would say a typical Union game with some atypical moments, because how they conceded the two goals was something that is strictly against Urs Fischer's match plan. So, for example, if you take the first goal, the pass from Kral to Behrens, normally you shouldn't play this pass, and surely you shouldn't lose the ball, and that led to some kind of a counter attack. And also the second, after a corner, a deflected ball where nobody was against Joachim Mähle, who scored from outside the box. So that is atypical. And then something interesting happened, that Wolfsburg pulled back and very deeply defended. And you could see that's probably something that will happen more often this season to Union Berlin. Like, hello, friends, here you have the ball. Try your best, because everybody is knowing that Union has some difficulties creating their own game. And that's interesting that Niko Kovac and Wolfsburg played this way. But I think so. My impression of Union is the Urs Fischer machine is not smoothly running right now, and my impression, it didn't have too much to do with, okay, we're all crazy in the head because we're going to Madrid. And in Madrid, for me, the most interesting question is how they approach this game mentally. I mean, there are players who know these kind of games. Bonucci, who hasn't played a minute for Union so far. And I'm sure he won't play in Bernabeu as well. Robin Gosens know this kind of stuff. But who will the others react? So coming to Bernabeu, and being in front of this gigantic stadium, then going into it and being confronted with all the massive history of Real Madrid. It's interesting how they're dealing with it.
It will be interesting, but then they're used to going to Hertha's Olympiastadion, which has all the same if ever. And they'll even play there, so they'll be well equipped.
I think that's pretty unfair comparison between Bernabeu, what really is one of the iconic stadiums in world football, and this unpleasant bowl that is called the Olympia Stadium. So, yeah, but let's see.
Let's see.